Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start this crap, okay? We got Superman trailer, the Ironheart trailer. Oh my god, boy, wasn't that iconic. Oh man, Jesus. Andor finale, and iced coffee. So, let's jump into it, shall we? Hold on a second, I gotta adjust these stuff. I didn't think that far ahead. Sorry, iced coffee isn't working yet. Alright, let's do this.
Season's greetings, everybody. How's everybody doing on this Sunday evening?
Hola.
Cheers to you all.
Salud.
You okay, Danny? You just woke up from Andor?
No, I was watching Creed 2. I was like, man,
You're watching what?
Creed 2.
Oh,
I finally watched The Accountant last night.
good movie, isn't it?
I'm definitely gonna watch the second one. Definitely gonna watch the second.
You never saw it before either?
I never saw the first one.
Oh,
so
really?
Second one is better, bro.
Yeah.
So I just got done watching a horrible movie. I watched two movies this weekend. I watched a movie yesterday, which was awesome, and I watched the movie today. Like literally, just got done 30 minutes ago, which was awful. And that is The Working Man.
Why are you hating on my man,
Bro? The movie made no sense.
He hates on my
The
man.
girl, did you guys see the movie?
No.
Yes.
The girl gets kidnapped, so he goes to get her, right? But he doesn't question anybody. He goes up to the first guy, he tortures, he goes, "Do you know this girl?" "No, never seen him." Kills the guy. And then like the other 8 people he kills after that doesn't even question him. He like tried to do some connection, like, "Oh, I want to get some drugs, I want to buy some drugs." What does drugs have to do with this? You're supposed to be looking for the girl saving herself. I'm like, this movie makes The Beekeeper look like Oscar material. The movie I watched yesterday that was awesome was Novocaine.
He just a Statham hater is all it is.
That's not true. I
haven't seen it yet, so I can't say anything.
I like Statham, and I like the director of the movie. The movie just wasn't good. Beekeeper was a million times better.
What was Novocaine? That's the one he can't feel anything.
That's with Huey from The Boys.
He can't feel nothing, right?
Yeah, his girlfriend gets kidnapped, so he can't feel anything, and it's got Ned from Spider-Man in it, and it's got the girl from Prey in it. It's a fun movie, really fun movie. But Working Man, no, it's not the thing. Like it's like, did they not see Taken? Did they not see Rambo: Last Blood? Like that's how you do that type of movie. And Sylvester Stallone helped produce and write this film, and I'm like, you can't, no, it's not true.
I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say anything about it.
I mean,
My wife, who even likes these crappy movies, she even said she likes this crap, and she looked at me. She's like, "Why does he keep killing everybody, not questioning them?" I'm like, "What the hell does drugs have to do with any of this? Like, what's going on?" Anyway, not good. But you know what was good?
What? Yeah.
Superman trailer.
Yeah, I just watched the
Gave me
breakdown. of it.
goosies.
Did you see the trailer crossed 10 million?
Oh, nice.
10 million views.
That's awesome. Let's hope it does well in the box office.
I think it will.
We're going against that beast, boy.
I'm worried.
Yeah, did you see the new clip for that came out today?
And they had her on SNL all weekend. So they were promoting that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
SNL's still on?
Yep.
Yeah,
Still,
nobody watches it though. Nobody watches it.
I watch it just for
It depends on what stars come in there.
Yeah, and I like the weekend update. That's the only part I really care about because Holland, her husband, Colin Jost, and then Michael Che, they're funny. So that's what I really watch it for.
Yeah, they're funny.
Yeah, they're funny. So,
but
I don't say I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch the clips on YouTube. I don't.
That's what I do.
It depends on who's hosting. If Chappelle's on there, I always watch it. Because
Yo, man, I need y'all to smash that like button, man. Only 12 likes? Come on. Danny, you okay? You seem really tired. You sure you weren't watching Andor?
No, bro. I did that earlier this week, and I'm not wasting all my life for that.
He's like, I ain't doing it. I try. Hey, look on the bright side. If you ever have insomnia and you cannot fall
Just put
asleep,
Andor on.
just put Andor on, bro.
Nah.
Solo was that for me for years. Whenever I couldn't sleep, I put Solo on.
I made episode 5, and then Wednesday I asked Guy Scott and DJ a few things about it that was a little unclear. Mm-hmm. I'm good.
I get that credit. He did try. He did have some questions and everything. So I appreciate the effort. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I thought the season finale was.
I thought it was good. Did you watch Rogue One right after?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I didn't even get no sleep that day because I got home from work at 5 a.m. and I stayed up and watched all 3 episodes.
Who's the actress that played a blonde-haired lady? She seems like I've seen her before.
I don't know what she's
the Empire one, the blonde chick. From
yeah. I don't know.
First, I was like, is she good or bad? Then
she's bad.
She's bad. Yeah, she's bad.
They make you think that she's gonna go good, and then she go bad.
Yeah. And she gets the bad. Then
she gets her just desserts.
Bad.
She doesn't even care what happens to her boyfriend, man.
Yeah, they never even like talking about that. Like,
bro, I love when they marched in there, and he's like, "Let me collect my thoughts." Bah! I was like, "Wow, man, they did not hold any punches in that last episode at all."
No.
I was like, "Holy crap!"
I will say, watching that and going, it puts a new perspective on Cassian because when you start, he's on that planet looking for that one dude, and he's ruthless. He's just shooting people, but now it makes sense, you know, why he's the way he is.
Yeah, and dude, they made Krennic scary in this. When he was behind her, interrogating her, and he put his finger on.
They said that did that just a random during one of the takes, and they kept it
because he's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
But man,
and that's what I like. That's what the thing about smart decisions, right? When you see things like that, and you just let the actors act.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to be caught with like great.
Wasn't he the head scroll in Secret Invasions? That's the same actor.
Yes.
Yeah. He played Krennic in Rogue One. But yeah, like
did you hear about Rogue One though? It's like the best movie right now streaming.
Yeah, everybody watching.
Because everybody watched Andor. Jumped right into that because it's like you can watch the last episode of Andor, Rogue One, and A New Hope, and it'll be like a 3-movie trilogy.
Yeah, they should have re-released it in the theater.
They should have.
Oh, they would have made so much. They have it released on the week that the final
that
was.
It ended, and then it just released.
Yeah, that would have done
super
good.
Smart.
It would have done good. So.
Yeah. It was so good. That ending with his, I assume it's his son or daughter, but
that makes him dying even more
even worse now.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my god.
And you think that she's leaving him for whatever, but she left him now because she knew she was pregnant, and she knew that he would not continue on doing what he would need to do if she had stayed around.
But can I ask a question though? Did it really make sense to go back to the planet you almost got raped on?
Well, they're not there no more, so yeah. But yeah, I guess PTSD will be.
Like they almost raped me. Let's go back to this planet where that dude completely sold them out.
Yeah, I mean, but she had people there though that she could rely on. I guess.
But at least she had that robot. I'm glad because I thought that robot would have got left out in the cold. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that was cool. Yeah. And man, dude, it was so heartbreaking the fact that that girl who's like Lucia's
adopted
daughter.
Yeah,
like she went through this whole plan just so she can kill him because
he knew too much.
Yeah, and she knew that's what he would want. But man, it was it was pretty.
And then seeing their backstory too kind of puts that whole thing in perspective.
Yeah,
So they're saying that whole end scene with Bix and the baby, takes place exactly around the same time Andor and
Jen
Orso are like they're about to die.
About to die.
Yeah,
makes sense. It goes simultaneously. Yeah, makes sense. She's kind of looking out there while they're kind of looking at there.
They're saying it's fast forward to when the Death Star is killing them.
Yeah, it was really cool how they tied in like They made the Death Star seem so scary, man.
Menacing. When that one scene when he's looking at it through the window and you see them putting the dome in it.
Yeah.
Did you see all the haters that are putting together all the shots of the Death Star from Episode 1, from Rogue One, saying how it's not accurate? The dish wasn't like this and the dish wasn't like that. I'm like,
really,
man, you guys have to have a lot of freaking time to actually like Skype through that.
They do. Forrest Whitaker, wasn't in Rogue One? Did he have like robotic arms and legs and stuff? And what happened to that caused him to lose?
He was in the first couple episodes. That takes place 4 years before Rogue One,
and then you see him in the last episode.
Episode in the montage. Yeah.
Well, no,
and he already has the oxygen tank in that last.
That stuff that he was smelling, did it finally get
out? Yeah. But my mom Martha talks when they're talking to him saying, "Hey, what you're doing is kind of messing us up over here."
When he's on Jeddah.
Yeah. So that all ties into what he was doing, everything.
And it ties into why Kasdan went to go get Jen Erso, because he knew that Jen Erso knew Saul Guerrero, which he get the information on the Death Star. Everything tied in perfect because Tony Gilroy is just a phenomenal writer, man. And the Empire, like. In that one episode when they marched all those people down the stairs and they had that kid and they just did a public assassination just to like prove a point.
Yeah,
I was man.
Yeah. And she's like, "No, I want to watch." She's like, "Well, I'm leaving you here," But that fueled her drive to for the resistance and everything.
And she was smart too. Like she was really smart
as a kid.
Yeah,
she was smart.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
Well, ask you a question. So when they flash back to I can't remember his name, the head guy that was doing all the conspiracy stuff, the one that him and his daughter,
Lucian.
So man, he was like going through that PTSD thing. What war was he fighting? What battle was that he was at?
The only thing I could think of had to be the Clone Wars.
That's why I was thinking Clone Wars too, but
because she was well, I mean, it might not have been the Clone Wars. It could have been after Clone Wars. And he could have just been involved with the Empire, and the Empire was doing something on that planet because so Luke was born after the Clone Wars. He was 18 or 19 from A New Hope.
Okay.
So this girl was older than Luke. This girl had to be like 10. So that makes it she's in her 20s by the Clone Wars. So I'm thinking it might take place after the Clone Wars, and it was probably something like the Empire was on that planet or something.
Y'all know more than about time. That's the one thing I was confused about. I couldn't figure out how far back that flashback was. So
I have a feeling it had something to do with the Empire occupying that
planet, whatever
planet. Yeah. So that's what I'm figuring. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I want to see more. I don't think they're going to do more shows like this because I don't think the viewership has been. I mean, I have a feeling it's going to win a lot of Emmys. Yeah. But I would love to see a show like this with the same type of
ground level
politics take place after Return of the Jedi when they're rebuilding the Republic.
Okay.
Because if you read the Aftermath trilogy, a lot of the stuff that happened in this show sort of happens, like Mon Mothma becoming the new Grand Chancellor, and like the remaining Empire trying to assassinate Mon Mothma. Like it would be really cool if they explore uncharted territories, but it's going to depend on how it does when it comes to Emmys,
Well, I read somewhere it said it's the only show that had 5 episodes, more than 5 episodes ranked above a 9.5.
Yeah.
So
some people are saying it's like I wouldn't go as far as saying it's the greatest TV show of all time.
I wouldn't say that.
Some people are saying that.
I could tell you what TV show right now is absolute fire.
Mobland.
Is Mobland.
I
haven't seen the last one.
Yeah, I went to watch it, but I don't have Paramount right now.
Listen, Anik was on our show on Thursday, and we told him to watch it. He watched one episode. He texted me. He goes, "It's not good." I said, "Continue watching. You may change your mind." And guess what he says now? It is fire.
This last episode, I just watched it before I started watching Creed, and
you told me
Hera, whatever her name is, Hera, Marion, and whatever.
But Maeve,
she's gonna win an award. I'm telling you, boy, she is the devil's spit.
She's amazing. She's an amazing actress.
She is
good.
amazing.
She is good.
She is evil, boy.
She was amazing in 1923 and this role too. Complete.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Episodes it is. Right now it's episode 8.
I think my Apple TV ends this month, so I think I'll switch over to Paramount.
Mine switched off. I didn't renew.
So I'll get Paramount when that, so I can.
I'm kind of hurting for money right now.
Yeah.
Paramount's pretty good right now.
Yeah,
That's where I watched Novocaine.
Yeah,
was on Paramount, and they got some pretty good shows.
I also started watching a show that Sin suggested, which is
the
Murderbot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
That's on Prime, right? Yeah.
No, it's on Apple.
Apple, yeah.
It's good.
It's
got 2 more episodes on Gascar.
2 more. So the one I just missed and another one.
It's 10 episodes total. This is episode 8. It's called Helter Skelter.
I'm thinking about giving Peacemaker a shot. I really like the second.
I think I might watch Peacemaker. It's tying into Superman.
That's why I'm gonna watch.
I might have to go back and watch it. Yeah. So
yeah. No, I don't care about.
You
John
mean there's
Cena.
homework, guys?
Yeah, it's homework. Yeah, I did homework.
I think at the end of Peacemaker 1, they showed all the Justice League.
Silhouettes
of them.
But if you watch the trailer for season 2, there's 2 Peacemakers. So there might be like a multiverse thing going on.
I saw the Green Lantern and Hawk Girls in the trailer for
for season 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I'm super hyped for Superman, so I just want to watch something Superman. You know,
I didn't realize. I watched the breakdown of the trailer. I guess they're wearing the Justice League logo on their chest.
Are they?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
no, the Hawk Girl uniform looks very good. Like the best I've seen.
Oh, that girl that's playing Hawkeye, she's
everywhere right now.
Dude, she's
Marquez.
She's the only thing.
I don't
know, but
no, Isabella Merced.
Yeah, Isabella. She's the best part of The Last of Us right now.
I stopped watching after.
But honestly, she's the reason like the show is. I think of the acting, she is so good in that show.
Well, she's phenomenal in anything, man. Yeah. Go back to watch Sicario too. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yes,
like she's really, really good. Really, really good.
Man, I hope Toronto loses. They just put Justin Bieber there with his girlfriend. I just hope they really lose. I'm sorry. I just saw a clip of him and I'm like, guess that.
I'm sorry, I believe that they're crafting this NBA finals to where they want to.
I heard people. I haven't watched any, but I heard people were like saying this is.
You think it's corrupted, Danny?
No, I think it's scripted, buddy.
Oh, almost like the NFL with Kansas City in the Super Bowl every year.
Because New York Knicks come out of nowhere. Beat their ass. New York's come out of nowhere, and I think they're going to be up against Minnesota because Minnesota got the new face of the NBA.
I think basketball will be easier to strip than football. I think.
Yeah, because there's less players.
Yeah. Less players, the refs are way easier to make calls and that.
Why just make it like one game? This team they can't miss a shot. I mean, they can't miss a shot. They're getting all the calls, and 2 nights later they can't buy a basketball layup. So I'm like, yeah, y'all. Somebody telling y'all don't use proper English or throw a little bit off. I just believe that. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm telling you, it looks like it's going to be the Knicks, which has no legitimate superstar, versus the Timberwolves that has a legitimate superstar.
You want the Knicks? You know why? You know why the Knicks, Danny? The Knicks because it's a, they haven't won in so long.
26 years.
Yep. So it's
Real Garden is the mecca of basketball.
Yep. So
and they want to do that.
I mean,
I would do it if I was pulling the strings. Yeah. I would do it. A Cinderella story.
It makes a good 30 for 30. That's all what it is.
Cinderella story. I'm about to make billions on this viewership.
It sounds like my wife. My wife's saying the same thing about hockey. He said, of course they're going to drag it out to game 7. Makes more money.
Yeah, it's a good 30 for 30.
The networks makes more money, but in basketball, they only get paid for the first 4 games, so they don't have an incentive to throw it.
No.
I didn't realize that till I looked it up.
Be right back, y'all.
Just like that.
All right,
Sports Center is now brought to you by DJ Splitting.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. What do you guys want to get into? The Superman trailer or the Ironheart trailer? I got a lot to say about the Ironheart trailer. I got more to say about the Ironheart trailer than I do the Superman trailer.
Well, maybe not that much, but
I mean, well, because the Superman trailer I liked. So I mean, all I can really say is, I liked it. Like that was really good. That was really good. I like that. I like that. Where the Ironheart trailer, I was gonna do a video on it Friday, but I was just too tired, so I slept a lot on Friday, and I didn't have a chance to talk about it. But man, that Ironheart trailer. Oh, before I go on,
do a video because I commented on it.
I did a reaction. I didn't do a deep dive. Man, everybody's leaving.
I just showed him Avatar.
Had to get my ribs. I ordered some ribs.
I had ribs on my dad's too, man. That's crazy.
Before we get into the
barbecue place
Ironheart
right across
trailer,
from my neighborhood, I was like, I ordered some. Just
I just want to say, Danny, I listened to your debate last week when you guys were talking about the movie going experience and the home experience, and I agree with you 100%. And the people that voted, I think there's only like 3 people that voted. They're just voting because they like the theater. They're not voting on they're not voting on the arguments that you gave because they're not being biased. The arguments you gave was way better than the arguments Chris gave.
I conceded that.
What were the debate about?
Chris was debating that the movie theater experience is better than the home experience, and I was debating the opposite. I was like, yeah, I can't sit here and say for the most part that it's going to be better sound and bigger screen, no doubt. I said, but as far as if you got a family, like I got a family of 5, it's going to be more expensive.
Yep.
If I want to see IMAX, it's going to be, you can double that. Not to mention,
and you got to travel for that.
Gas and travel. And I say the main thing is when I pay my money, I'm on the hook. Kind of like I gotta sit here and watch the movie, even though I think it's sucking. But if I'm at home and I put it in the first 5 minutes, nope. So and then if I in game was 3 hours. I had to pick my spot when I go and use the bathroom. At home, I can just pause it.
Yep.
Go use the bathroom, come back at my leisure. If I get a business phone call, I won't have, especially I ain't got aggravating people in my house that's on their phone and piss me off and this kind of stuff, and I can't really say nothing. If that happens at my house, I tell my kids, hey, go in the room, watch this and this. So it's a lot more freedom in my opinion. And if I want to eat something differently, I can. I ain't gonna worry about paying $100 to get in and then another $50-$60.
I'm telling you, Danny, right now, I saw an installation done of a home theater.
Oh, you said that.
And the testing is like 100, I think it was 100 inch screen.
Yeah.
With projector, THX sound, DTS, whatever it is right now, Odyssey, I think it's called. And the sound and the it sounded like you're in the freaking theater, man. Yeah. Yes, it's pricey. Yes, it's going to cost you money. But the experience is like you're in the theater.
The average Joe Blow can't afford what you're talking about.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Danny. The only thing the movie theater experience has over at home is only
crowd reaction.
When you're with a crowd that the fans of a movie. Mm-hmm. But the average going movie now, you're getting the riffraff that comes in. That I don't care how quality sound is, how good the seats are, how good the surround sound or the display is. If I see one person can ruin the whole experience.
That's why I don't agree with these people in the chat here. OG Millie Mills movie theaters experience is better. Yeah, you tell me that why Jennifer over there is on her cell phone going LOL on Instagram.
That was my experience watching Sinners. I had a guy on his cell phone, 2 guys next to me, like 2 seats to the left.
Takes you out of it
on the cell phone all the time, and that freaking glare was freaking annoying.
Yep.
I'm saying if I went to Minecraft and they did that chicken jockey crap,
I would have killed everybody.
I was totally on the news. Mass murder at a theater because I done lost my damn mind, because But no, I understand the theater experience when in those select moments when you're with a group of people that are there for the same reason. But how often does that happen nowadays?
But I'll tell you this though. This is how much I do not care about the theater experience no more. If they would never do this, but if I'm just saying hypothetically, if I had an option,
a premium
on in July, that Superman was gonna be, you can get it VOD on streaming for like $30, or go to a theater.
That might happen.
I would do that at home in a heartbeat.
That might happen. I saw today there's, I think on July 7th, if you have Prime, you can watch it earlier.
Really?
Yes, I have to find that. I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw it on Twitter earlier. Someone said if you have Prime, you might be able to watch it.
Look at this idiot. Ignore the phone screen, Rob. Have you ever been in a dark room and see a light? Your eye automatically from your peripheral, you will see it. You dumb idiot! It's like a moth coming to a You're an idiot. You are an idiot.
Me and DJ may go to the theater together then.
What do you mean?
because I have my phone, and if I get a call from work, I'm answering.
Well, yeah, but Danny, you get the call from work, like myself. When I get call from work, I pick it up, and I go one moment to turn it off. Right?
I'm not talking about people that
then
get
I walk
a call
out
for work. Like people, if their phone ring or vibrates and they have to check in, they go. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people on Facebook
and Instagram
and texting back and forth and recording the screen and taking selfies. And I had a lady a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was Sinners. Maybe it was a movie I saw before Sinners. But it was like a couple weeks ago. The entire time she was on Facebook. Why did you bother going? Yeah, why?
Sit at home and watch the movie. Then you doom scroll while you're watching the movie. So I'm for article. There's some articles saying that it might be on Prime early screening. If that's
I agree with David. They're pirating the film. I don't know why, because nobody buys that crap anymore.
Yeah, but movie theaters are not like before, though, Danny. Like right, like the pirating things. Like, just need to cut you up before I lose my thought. It was like what they're saying, right, about pirating. The ushers don't do the jobs like they used to do before.
They're not in there.
Where they would check.
They're not in there at all.
So people can pirate whatever they
want. I would pay a premium if I had a exclusive theater where you put your phones in like the secure box or whatever. I would go to there.
I didn't put my phone on.
Look, OG Mills. I didn't mean to call you an idiot. But what you said is idiotic. That's a better phrase. You're not an idiot. What you said is idiotic. So you're saying that I should pay $30 to go sit in an isolated seat by myself? Just why go if I have to sit in a corner away from everybody?
I'll watch at home then.
And see that example right there. I have to say that's the problem with the people today. The theater's not meant for you to be on your phone.
No.
The theater's meant for you to watch a movie and respect the etiquette of being in the theater. And that's the problem with people today. They don't have respect. And that's why we're having these conversations, because people don't respect
15 years ago, this wasn't a problem.
No. You cannot
everybody had cell phones 15 years.
Yeah. I wish we could take certain people that have that mentality that we have to adapt to people being on the phone at a theater and stick them back in the 80s and 90s and see how they would do in school and in real life.
I hear ridiculous. I hear what y'all are saying, but I guess I'm that small percentage. That don't bother me, because when I'm locked in and focused on the theater, unless I see somebody saying something. Now, somebody talking, continuously talking, that irritates me. I remember I watched Batman and me and my family get up and move because this clown was steady talking. But being on your phone, that don't bother me, because usually I'm locked in, especially if it's a movie like Sinners. And like I think, and push back on a little bit on what Rob was saying, even if there was to get me a premium for Superman, I'm going to see that in the theater. That's just too important of a movie. That Star Wars, there's certain movies, even if they say, okay, you can watch it 2 days earlier on TV for $30. I think I'm still gonna go to the theater.
It's cool if you have the option, though.
Yeah,
it's cool to have the option.
No,
but some movies
I plan on going to IMAX for Superman.
Me too.
Like, it's gonna be the only, because it's gonna cost me like almost $40-$50 to go see Superman for me and my wife, because the IMAX Dolby Theater in Disney is so expensive. To me, that movie's worth it. But what I'm saying is, if I had the option, I got a 75-inch TV. My couch is like 10 feet from the TV. That screen is pretty big, and the sound system is pretty good. And I'd rather,
it'd be cool if you could record it. Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I can get the theater going experience in my house. And
I get what you're saying.
I don't have to worry about people.
You can record it. That would be. I might do that.
And when I move into my new place in July, and I get my YouTube room back, I'm getting a projector, and I'm going to make a little theater, because me and my wife, we spend more time. If I would have saw Working Man and Novocaine, which are both still out in theaters right now, if I would have went and saw both of them this weekend in theaters, it would have cost me almost $80.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to see
at least
for nothing. You know,
I will say, like, but someone like just pull their phone up real quick because they got a message and looks, that don't bother me. It's when you're holding up for 4, 5, 6, 10 minutes at a time where that screen is glaring, that bothers me. Because if you get a text, you check real quick. I don't care. You know, if I see a little glint, but it's the people that are like this on the phone or like literally like this, screen wide open. You know, that bothers me.
I got this once. Oh, girl, I'm here with my man watching this movie, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I told you the story a couple weeks ago, right, about the stinky guy that sat right next to me.
Yeah.
The whole theater was empty.
Assigned seatings.
It was Thunderbolts. Dude sat next to me, man.
I would have got up move on that one.
Yeah.
If you funky and BO, yeah, I'm moving.
I ain't got to worry about random smelly people sitting next to me, unless I invite Adam.
Maybe you like what he saw, man.
But all right,
they want some of that white meat.
Let's get to the Ironheart trailer, man. Let's talk about this iconic trailer. I plan on doing a solo video on this, but man, that trailer sucked. Man.
I don't know enough about the character. I don't like how the character was presented to us, first of all, in Wakanda Forever. And I just think they just want to see this gone. Because dropping the trailer the same day Superman dropped the trailer, for me it was like
hoping people would know
it's there so everybody can forget about it.
Well, like I said, Gaskar, you wait to 10 days before your show comes out to drop your first trailer on the day Superman comes out. What are you doing?
They just, for me, they just don't want it to succeed.
I think Dan said, I think it was self-sabotage. Like, that just handled horribly.
I mean, it wasn't the worst trailer that I've seen because I've seen worse. To me, she doesn't seem as annoying as she did in Wakanda because she was really annoying to me. They started to kind of tone that down a little bit. I'm definitely going to check it out. I'm interested in that guy with the cape because I think DJ looked it up and revealed some of his powers and stuff. He's something, and if it's tied to Mephisto, which has been the reoccurring bad guy thing for the past few years. That'd be kind
of we never seen.
I don't think anything in this show is going to tie to anything.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I need for this show to have any kind of like for me to be like, okay, it has to have some kind of tie off to something.
Dude, I think this is going to be a sacrificial lamb show.
I am only giving this show a try. Because I have said on the record that if I see Ryan Coogler's name on it,
he had nothing to
I have to watch it. I have to watch it. So I will be hypocrite. So they're dropping 3 episodes day one. So I will watch those 3 and we'll see from there.
But the
bar is so low. The bar is so low.
They waited for Sinners to come out and be successful so they can flop Ryan Coogler's name on there, hoping that people would see
Ryan Coogler.
Exactly. Ryan Coogler was nowhere near this show. He was nowhere near this
big bold letters. Ryan Coogler.
We were cracking up. We were watching that reaction for that trailer, man. We're like, wow, they want to make sure that we know it's him. And that,
I would probably have that strolling the whole time. Ryan Coogler. Did you like Sinners?
First of all, I don't know if you guys caught this, but apparently she's a genius because they said it like 40 times in that trailer.
That's that we were in the
chat. To MIT. What do you think?
You're not the only genius in MIT. Yeah. Oh, you're a genius. Hey, Riri, I heard you're a genius. Are you a genius, Riri? I'm iconic. Like, get out of here. Now, I hate that icon. Like, did Iron Man build the Iron Man suit in the cave because he wanted the suit to be iconic? No, to get the freak out of the cave.
But she's like, what superhero wants to be that? Right?
They don't do it to be iconic. They do it for a greater good.
So the only connection I know right now that has directly to Iron Man is that the guy at the last scene that has the missiles in his little thing or whatever. He is supposedly what's his name son from Iron Man 1. The one who was fighting Tony.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
That's his son. The Iron Man. Ebediah's son.
Yeah.
That's Ebediah's son. So
really,
that's the only connection I know for a fact that is from anything in MCU right now.
And I just want to point out, because you guys brought this up on the stream, that issue 1 of Ironheart did sell 46,000 copies. That was only issue 1. By the end, it was only selling like 2,000 copies, which was like 50 issues, like per like area. Like, it wasn't good.
Yeah, like, issue number 1 was only 46,000.
And just for the record, because I've seen a lot of this discourse online, I don't hate this character or trailer because of her race. I just don't like the character. Whatever is she's being portrayed in MCU.
Hey, what's up, boy? Wonder through a $2 super chat. Have you guys met in person before? If yes, tell. No, I came close to meeting Danny because I was in Greensville for a convention, but then we ended up leaving early or something, and I wasn't able to meet up with
Me and
Danny.
Danny are
It's in the works.
talking about going to see Superman together if things work out. So
Yeah,
it's in the works. I'm planning of doing a trip down to Myrtle Beach. So
yeah.
yep. We always vacation in April in Myrtle Beach, so we can set that up. That'd be tight, at least for a day.
Yep.
I mean, it's a 2-hour drive at the most
It's
for me.
2 hours from my house.
Yeah. So
in fact, I'm going this weekend to work back week.
oh yeah. Have fun with that. Dirty Myrtle.
I always do.
Dirty Myrtle.
I always do.
I heard they're having a shortage of police officers up there. They said they have a bad.
They pull from all over the state. Whenever they do it, they pull from all over the state.
I'm saying up there in general, they're having a shortage up there. Apparently,
there's shortage in everything. It's shortage in law enforcement. It's shortage in medical personnel. It's shortage in the military. So I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if they start bringing back the draft flight because the military is really getting short, dangerously short.
Brooklyn said, "Give it a try if y'all watch She-Hulk and Agatha."
Yeah.
Rob, stay true, not
Brooke,
watching stuff.
Brooke, did you speak to my wife? Because that's exactly what she said. She goes, "You watch She-Hulk. You and this trailer is not that bad. You know, just give it a try." Oh man, I'm like, she ain't wrong.
I agree with your wife.
I did not. I watched 2 episodes of She-Hulk. Stop. Did not watch Agatha. I did not watch Loki season 2. I did not watch Skeleton Crew. I just gave up watching stuff. Like I realized I could die tomorrow. I don't want to spend my last few hours I could be alive watching crap that is fed to me for no reason whatsoever. I would hate it if I heard her say, I want to make something iconic, and then I have a heart attack, and that's the last thing I hear before I die. I would never ever be able to forgive myself. And what happens if I go to hell and they just put that on repeat I don't want that ever to be my last thing I want to hear.
I'm gonna give it a try. That's fine. I'll try it out.
If Boy Wonder, he's weird. I don't even know what this means. $2 super chat.
If I ever become rich, I promise so will you guys. So you saying if you hit the lottery, we're gonna get some money too. I'll send you my address. You can send it to me.
Yeah, I can give you my Cash App. I need about $8,000 if you can spare it. If you can spare $8,000, I would appreciate it. David's like torture. Yes, that show it looks like torture, man. And the reason why I'm so against that show from the trailer is if you ever read the comics, that is nothing the way Riri is presented in the comics.
But they
reinvented.
Yeah, but at least they somewhat true to the character.
I hope
even the iron suit doesn't look like Riri.
Well, I know. So I did see it when the first iteration of her suit was that kind of bulky suit, but if you get some more,
then it slimmed down and stuff. It was more like Pepper's suit in Endgame. Yeah, that's the way Riri's suit looked, and her suit just looks like this giant tank. You know,
maybe by the end of the series, it'll probably get sleep down.
Yeah,
but who's gonna finish watching the series to even get that far to find out?
But I'm not liking the storyline that they're presenting. Like she's gonna go down this and then you see it all the time in the black movies where the good kid gets wrong with the wrong crowd, and something happens. Blah blah blah. They're doing that stereotypical thing again.
They present things differently, and sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't. The main thing is that Spider-Man. They changed all the primary characters to black, but we all liked it.
Yeah.
So I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't work, then I'll be like, okay, well, next. But
I'm gonna give it a try. I'll watch the first 3
episodes. That's going to determine whether or not I'm going to waste any more time.
Yeah.
But I am intrigued with the cape guy and
the hood.
The hood. We even got
the hood.
Got the hood.
Can you imagine in Across the Spider-Verse, right? The first Spider-Man movie with Miles in it, right? Across the Spider-Verse, the first one. Or no, Into the Spider-Verse was the first one. And we saw a trailer and Peter or Miles is like, I want to be Spider-Man because I want to be iconic. Bro, like that's nothing what you are in the comic. That's not what Riri was in the comic. Like she doesn't care about.
I like the way she was portrayed in the What If series. I like the way that Ironheart looks and the way she's portrayed. So hopefully that's what happens.
And I can find a million. Okay, maybe not a million. That's exaggerating. That's hyperbole. I can find a lot better actors to play Riri Williams than the chick they got to play Riri Williams. First of all, I think she's way too old to play Riri Williams.
How old was Riri in the comics?
Like, not that old. Like, she looked like a teenager, but I think she was like college. I'm not entirely sure. It's been forever since I read it. But she was like Miles' age, if I don't remember. Like,
was she just gifted and like advanced, like 16-year-old in MIT, or was she like
I don't think she was in MIT in the comics. I think she was like, she just had like this relationship with like this Tony hologram, which ended up not really being Tony or whatnot. But it's completely different than the way they're bringing it in the show.
I haven't read much of her comics. It's kind of like skimmed over some like the generic like just talking points to it. So I'm not that deep in her comics, so I can't judge it on that. But I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. We'll see what happens. So that's all I can do. I'm not excited. My bar is set real low. It's below the ground. So,
but speaking of the show, Bob Iger's come out and said that they're not giving any more main characters shows anymore. He said
she's the main character.
Well, no, not her, but like you know how Sam had Falcon Winter Soldier,
right,
and Hawkeye. You know, like they felt like that diminished their bottom line.
Yeah, who got Hawkeye, Sam, and Wanda.
Bucky and Wanda.
Sam, they're together.
Yeah.
So
Wanda.
Three main characters.
Yeah, and from now on, the shows
aren't
going to be tied in.
Yeah, Nick Fury got
right.
Yeah, it's the shows.
I don't have a problem with
that.
That.
Be like super connected.
I don't have a problem with that. I've always said that the Disney Plus should be kind of like the starting point, and then the Disney Plus series should finish with the movie. The only one that they did right, in my opinion, was WandaVision.
Yeah,
it tied into Multiverse of Madness. If they do that, then I think they're gonna win the formula. But when they try to throw all this other kind of crazy stuff, I made a mistake. Echo did tie it into Daredevil. So if they do stuff like that,
but if they do stuff like that,
I'm saying whether it's loosely, tightly connected to
there was mention of it. It was name drop.
As long as it kind of has connectivity to the movies, I don't have a problem with it. But I don't want to see the main characters, like you said, kind of like Loki too. Like Loki, didn't it tie into?
It was supposed to tie into a little bit. Could have introduced Kang in that. So
but the way Bob Iger explained it in the shareholders call is because you had to watch WandaVision to really understand
the movie.
Doctor Strange 2. He says he wants to do more stuff like Daredevil and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where yes, it takes place in that universe, but the movies you won't have to do homework in order to watch the movie.
They're more ground level.
And then WandaVision and Miss Marvel tied into the Marvels.
So you had to watch Miss Marvel to even
understand what's going on. Yeah.
But see, the thing is about those shows is that they have to be, if they're connecting to a movie project, they have to do it at a quick amount of time, and within a year or 2 years tops.
Yeah, but that's why they said they're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, the show should end within.
They messed up the continuity.
And less than a year of the movie coming out.
Yeah.
Not only that, but this is also Bob Iger's words, not mine. I'm paraphrasing. Is it desensitized viewers from wanting to go see their properties in theaters? They're like, well, why go see Captain America 4? I could just wait for it to come out on Disney Plus in like a few months and watch it there. Because they watched Falcon Winter Soldier on Disney Plus. So why go see Cap 4 in theaters when I can just wait for Disney Plus?
It's gonna come out, I think, May 30th. I think it's coming out.
So why is he? What is he gonna put on there for content?
They're gonna make like Daredevil season 2. They're gonna put out stuff like that.
I like how Daredevil should lead to a movie.
No,
I like how Daredevil's doing it because it's a show, but it's mentioning other movies and stuff. With
Daredevil would bomb if it goes into the theater. Ain't no one. You people spend 3 seasons watching it on Netflix, then another season of it on Disney Plus. Why would people go to the theater and pay for something they can get for free?
I think these characters will be in movies, but not as a prime, not as the prime attraction to the movie, like a cameo, like we got it with No Way Home, right? With Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if he guest stars in a movie, like
carry a movie solo,
like a cameo.
Yeah, but there's no way that they would do a Daredevil movie because one, the ratings for Born Again wasn't even that good.
No.
So why would people go pay to see something? And hold on, let me get to the super chat real quick. Actually, let me finish this one thought. I just checked the box office for Thunderbolts, and that movie's only at 325 right now.
Yeah,
it's doing worse than Captain America.
So didn't Final Destination that beat everybody this weekend?
Yeah,
like 102 million, I think.
Yeah, but Sinners on its like
still third. It's still a third.
It only made $1 million less than Thunderbolts. And it's Thunderbolts third week, and Sinners been out for like 6 weeks.
I told you it's not gonna be a good look for MCU if they have 3 flops in a row. And I strongly think Fantastic Four is not gonna be a financial win.
I'm really worried about Fantastic Four as well because
push that back. You need to push it back.
It's coming out at the end of a train. It's about to get a train ran on it. And not only that, it's the 4th time they rebooted this series. So people are tired of the Fantastic Four. Apparently, they're tired of Marvel. You know, it's just like then they got the female Silver Surfer, which I don't care about, but people do care about.
And a lot of people are tired of seeing Pedro Pascal pop up
everywhere.
That's a great point. That's a great point. People are tired of that guy too.
I would push that sucker back to Labor Day, buddy.
It's got the biggest. It's going to be one of the biggest juggernauts starting that month off.
It makes no sense.
And it's not only that, it's what they're taking Thunderbolts out of their IMAX theaters to put Sinners back in.
Yeah.
That right there is what DJ and I talk about. That's self-sabotage. If you put Fantastic Four at the end of that train Rob was just talking about, that is self-sabotage.
That is Disney allowing their hubris to get in their way, their ego to get in their way.
Why didn't you go June?
Not to mention, we already seen a possible ending to what that movie is going to be in Thunderbolts.
Exactly.
They may change it up now, but
it's an ending, but it's vague, right? You don't know who or what's on that.
We saw the casting chairs, man.
Yeah. So what you can surmise, the world blowed up and they did something to try to get somewhere else.
They dropped the ball.
Whether or not to.
In defense of that, we have seen that before. They've shown stuff that happened. Like
they showed a scene from Civil War where Bucky was strapped to the thing, but they don't show you like how Bucky got there, or we knew Bucky was going to be in the movie. That wasn't a spoiler. This tells us, oh well, whatever's going to happen, they're going to end up in our universe somehow. Who was it? Well, guess what? They showed the casting chair. We know those characters are in.
Or was that really a surprise? Everybody knew that was going to happen. Like, it was a big surprise.
No, it's not a big surprise.
I just wouldn't have shown it. We don't like y'all talk about giving away and you don't want to see nothing. That's a big giveaway right there. That's a big we know good and well something going to happen in Fantastic Four. They're going to end in our universe. How they do it, they pretty much shown us. They pretty much told us what it was. Some kind of interdimensional things you listen to, frequency or something.
Yeah.
You know what it was?
Yeah.
So we know what's going to happen.
What they could have done, and it wouldn't have given them spoilers. They could have shown the Silver Surfer heading toward Earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
That way, you don't know which dimension they're talking about.
Yep.
Is that this Fantastic Four? Is it the 616 universe?
What I would have done, I would have had the Silver Surfer talking to Galactus.
Yes,
we don't see Galactus. We just hear him.
What I would have done,
the next one or something like that.
Yeah. Kind of like we got with Thanos, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think they should have had a scene with Bucky and Sam talking about the two teams.
The Avengers?
Yeah, the two Avenger teams basically at odds, and then Sam be like, "Hold on, there's something bigger coming."
Called the Avengers,
or something like that. The Sam sees, gets an alert from Nick Fury or something up in Sword or whatever, saying, and then you see a rip. It's a rip, and don't show anything else.
Or they could have done like Galactus saying, "I'm feeling the hunger again. Find me something else." And then the Silver Surfer goes, and we see
the bottom line is they need to have
you left, man, but that's what he does.
Hire us to do all these.
Those little gas planets didn't fill me
up.
up.
If they would have just shown a scene with Galactus, you didn't even need to show Galactus. Just have the voice of Galactus talking to Silver Surfer, send the Silver Surfer on the way. At least that sets up Fantastic Four. Exactly, it doesn't tell you the ending to the movie. You know. Anyway, Greg Mathis doing $5 super chat. What's up, fellas? Oh, first of all, thank you, Greg. Appreciate you. What's up, fellas? Watched so many Superman trailer reactions. Same here, bro. And saw so many positive reviews and excitement. Some even cried. Gave me goosebumps. I got teary-eyed with Pa Kent, man. That part got me a little bit.
I didn't get teary-eyed at all. I mean, I got more interested. I didn't get goosebumps. I got very interested because I want to see who these guys are. The girl that can transform, and then the guy in the U. Yeah, he looks to me like Norman War, or whatever, off The Boys.
Ultraman.
Okay, so I want to see what's all that about. And now, what I did like was the interaction between her and Superman when he was
interview.
Yes, that was really good.
They
said you could tell
that's a 12-minute scene. They said
he was turning to Clark, and she was saying Superman. She was checking him like, "Look, you can't."
Yeah. I like the part where she was like, "You gonna let me interview you as Superman?" He's like, "Yeah," and then she's like, "Okay, Superman," and he like his voice changes. Like, yes, Miss Lane.
I like when he said that when he gets all offensive, she checks him like, "I'm interviewing Superman right now. I'm not interviewing
You're not Clark. You're Superman," because he gets very emotional. I've never seen Superman.
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. I was like, man, bro, like it was, dude, and I'm telling you. Nicholas Hoult is gonna knock it out of the park as Lex. He was scary but subtle. He was Michael Rosenbaum subtle when he sat there and said, "Everybody's talking about him," and he's like the number one person, like whatever he said.
He was like, he's an it.
Yeah, and then he's like, but he's the number one thing on everybody's discussion or whatever. Like he was so like
Michael Rosenbaum is the cool, calculated Lex, the guy that played on Superman and Lois. Yeah, he's a very violent, hands-on.
I want a Lex that shoves Jolly Ranchers in people's mouths. All the Spider fans out there, Tyrone Magnus, all you people going, man, Man of Steel's better, blah 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 blah. I don't see this Lex going around. The Red Capes are coming. The Red Capes are coming. Oh, here's Jolly Rancher. Get out of here with you. Like,
if they were to show Howard the Duck,
I forgot about that.
I did too.
I can never forget.
Oh my god! And that's why those scenes just.
He is the worst.
Do anything for me.
The worst version of Lex I've ever seen.
Nobody ever saved me from my daddy's punches.
Then Kevin Spacey. Then the guy that played on Crisis on Infinite Earth. Those are the three worst Lex.
Oh, Superman! Here's a Jolly Rancher.
But Nicholas Hoult did an interview with Michael Rosenbaum on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, and he said that he looked up to Michael Rosenbaum on Smallville. So that's why I think he's channeling that.
Okay.
I like him, and I like Michael Rosenbaum as the Flash, man. He is funny as the Flash.
Michael Rosenbaum as the Flash?
Yeah, he plays the Flash, the voice of the Flash on Justice League.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Me either. Then again, there's a lot about DC that I don't know.
Dude, you guys need to pick these things up. DC started releasing these compact comics. They're $10. And I bought the Kingdom Come one, and I've been reading it.
Yours is invisible.
I got
it's going in other dimensions.
Yeah, I got the green. It's going
Fantastic Four coming. Fantastic Four is coming.
The Speed Force. But these are $10, and it's the complete story. I got the whole collection. I bought 10 of them. And this is Kingdom Come. And I remember I tried reading this like 15 years ago, and I guess I just wasn't a seasoned comic book reader at that time because I didn't understand it. So I'm rereading it now. And man, it's awesome. Like Superman coming out of retirement.
I am not a fan of this emblem. I like the other one better.
This one?
Yeah, I don't like.
I love this emblem. Ugh.
I like my Jim Lee Superman.
Yeah, I like that ass better.
It stands for hope. Mad 1306. Man, Mad 1306, bro, I haven't heard from you in forever. You with Poetic Gangster? I haven't heard from him either. In Marvel's defense, Thunderbolt's post-credit scene was shot on the set of Doomsday, so it could be a scene in Doomsday. Doesn't matter. Still spoiled the ending of Fantastic Four, because what comes after Fantastic Four? Doomsday. You proved our point. Thank you. You proved our point. Doesn't matter if it was shot in Doomsday. Our point wasn't that. Our point was it spoiled the end of Fantastic Four, so we know what happens.
I don't even like how their uniforms look.
It's a retro. I
know. I understand. I just I'm going in with, like you said, with a clear mind, but it ain't nothing. I'm very excited for Superman. Lukewarm for Fantastic Four.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I might go see Superman like 3 or 4 times before I see Fantastic Four.
You know, I watched Infinity War the other day again, just out of blue, and I still got.
You said nothing blasphemous. Oh, I thought you were about to say something blasphemous.
Oh no.
Daddy was ready to come out all guns firing, man.
Right, man, that's the number one movie Marvel ever made.
No, I'm like, I watched. I'm like, I missed. It's been what 7 years now since that movie came out.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I'm like, and I still got the same feeling and stuff when Thor came in.
Yeah,
and Tony's like, say his name, Thanos, and the whole Gamora thing, and seeing Peter.
You guys are in so much trouble now.
yeah. Seeing Peter saying, you know, I don't want to die and all that stuff. I'm like, why can't I feel that again from Marvel movies?
Well,
like,
hopefully with the Russo brothers coming back, we will.
And I'm telling you, man, that second hour or the third hour of a third act of Endgame.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it don't get no better. Bro.
I'm like, I fast forward to the final fight.
I watched the first 30 minutes. I watched the first 30 minutes and then the last hour.
We're never gonna get any better than that last act of that.
Let's see, going back to our previous topic about theaters experience, and that's where the theater experience comes in.
That's the last time
because everybody was so invested in that storyline that the people on their phones were very, very rare to see.
Yeah,
I think they can do it again. But they're gonna go back to that formula. They can't get to like the old people said. You can't start smelling themselves. Marvel start smelling themselves. Oh, we can't do no. I tell you, they went Kanye West. Kanye West said if he go in the doggone studio, anything that comes out of his mouth is a hit. That ain't true.
Nope,
that's not true. And some of these artists take that. And I think Kevin Feige, whoever it is, I'm not sure who the mad scientist is. Okay, whatever we put out now, people gonna like it just because of the MCU. No. You need to go back to whatever formula you did in phase 1, 2, and 3 and try to recreate that as much as possible.
Fix it.
That's right.
I think phase 4. It's funny because we don't even know what phase we're in anymore.
Yeah,
like I heard someone had a conversation the other day. They're like, what phase are we in? Oh, I think. Well, what's the last movie in this phase? We don't know what the last movie is.
They don't know. I think after I feel like they didn't have. They had a clear path up to Endgame.
Yeah,
they had no idea what to do after that.
Do you think that COVID really derailed them?
No, I think it sped up.
It had a factor. But it wasn't the final thing.
It sped up the fact that
the
process of people staying home and watching stuff on streaming. Mm-hmm. It sped up that process, but all their good ideas, it either got delayed or went to streaming. Yeah. Like Doctor Strange 2 got delayed because remember Sam Raimi had to come in direct it because the director dropped out. Then Chadwick Boseman passed away, so Black Panther got delayed. Ant-Man 3 got delayed. James Gunn got fired, so Guardians 3 got delayed.
They rehired.
Yeah, and then like Falcon Winter Soldier was a show instead of a movie.
Yeah,
and it was like, what was going on?
And I go back to Black Widow. Black Widow should have been a Hawkeye and Black Widow flashback to Budapest. That should have been the movie.
Yeah, it was like they had good ideas. Like She-Hulk could have worked as a movie with better CGI and a better story. Moon Knight probably could have worked as a movie if you had a better story. Like, and what happens is you put Black Widow on Disney Plus day and date. So people just watch it on there. They didn't.
That was no dumb.
And then it got to the point where people were like, "Why am I going to go see this movie?" I didn't like. Well, this is not me. I like Eternals, but a lot of people didn't like Eternals. They're like, "Why am I going to go see this movie when I can just wait at home and watch it?" I guarantee you, when Falcon or Captain America: Brave New World comes out on Disney Plus, it's going to be like trending. It's going to be like the #1 movie on Disney Plus.
Everybody waited.
Because everybody waited. And you can see that in the chat. I remember when we were talking about the movie when it came out, people in the chat were like, I'll just wait for Disney Plus. I'll just wait for Disney Plus. A lot of the economy is hard right now.
That's what I'm saying. One of us on the panel is not going to watch it at Disney Plus.
Oh. I'm super excited for it to come back.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it again.
One of these things is doing his own thing. One of these.
No, I agree. But Rob, we said about economy. I agree. People are now. We talked about with the games the other day on our show.
Yeah,
people are choosing how they spend their money. What?
That's right.
I'm only going to theater for movies that I know for a fact that I want to see. I'm not just going to all try to. If it's a movie, I will wait till it comes out on streaming.
Like IMAX, I'm going to spend $25 plus to get the cost of gas to go see something that I might like.
Yeah, I didn't know for a fact that I'm probably going to enjoy this. So
I'm pretty confident I'm going to enjoy Superman.
Yeah,
I'm pretty confident I might spend that money to go see Jurassic Park just because I know what the past things have been.
I know. Yeah,
I'm not too know if I would spend $25 to go see Fantastic Four.
I watched 3 movies in the past 2 days that were recently in theaters. Only one of them I liked. It was Love Hurts with Short Round from the Goonies.
Yeah,
where he's like this assassin, whatever. Love Hurts, Novocaine, and Working Man. If I would have paid to go see all those movies, it would have been like $100, and I only ended up liking 1 out of the 3. You know, and a lot of people are thinking that way. In the economy, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to pay my rent, find a place to live, pay the IRS, do this. I'm not going to go.
A movie, the last thing I'm thinking about.
Last thing in your mind. Yeah.
If it wasn't for Game Pass, I wouldn't be playing any new games either.
Like we said, the only game I know for a fact I'm buying next year is Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
That's the only game I know for I will pay money for is Grand Theft Auto.
Yep. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. Gaskar, where can the people find you, sir?
You can find us every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern on my channel called The Basco Scenario for the show, The Hangout. Make sure to check it out. We're there with Danny and DJ and Rob in the chat lurking.
We're working sometime, just like Emperor or Plagueis, whatever his name is over there. DJ, where can people find you?
You guys find my channel Token Black Guy. Get my old logo up, man. Get the new one up there, man.
Hey, man, I took this photo back then, man.
But you find me on my channel. You find me here on Sunday nights with Gaskar and Danny on Wednesday nights, and every other Sunday with Rob on our gaming channel. So check us out. Coming up this Sunday, we'll have a show. So
yep, this coming Sunday we'll be doing that. And Danny stepped out, so I will just do his for him. You can find Danny at The Road of Wisdom. I believe he puts out a video on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. He's also on Gaskar's channel on Wednesday night. And when
every first Monday of the month.
The Chaos Central.
Yeah. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll be doing the Storm Nation stream right after this. And I do want to apologize to my boy DJ here, man. The AI went and done you wrong, bro.
I know, look at my eyes. Like,
little Asian right there, bro. Hey, I just took,
I look like a cholo. What's up?
I took pictures from y'all Facebook. And I said, make an anime version of this and put it on there.
I'm gonna send you a better picture.
So I was like, man, put it on there, bro.
I waking up. I sent that one AI. All y'all got to do an AI now. So
yeah, dude, Chat GPT, dude, it's good, but it's very finicky, man. I took my character from my book, right, and I said, hey, I want you to do an art of this. And they're like, this is too sexualized. I'm like, why? Because I said strapless dress. So I had to send a picture for it to do it.
Yeah. But I will say the more detail you are, the better it is. Like the more details you put into it, the better it gets at it. So
yeah,
AI is scary.
So my daughter does those drawings, right?
Yeah,
my daughter does those drawings, and I showed her mine. I'm like, here. She's like, oh, that's AI. I'm like, yeah, but it did it in 5 minutes. I'm still waiting for mine.
Yeah.
Come for a job, right?
Danny, you want to promote your channel? I already did it for you, but you can probably do a better job. Want to? Here you go.
Hey, you can find me on my channel on Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find me here on Sundays at 8 p.m. You also can find me with these 2 guys on the bottom at on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fantastic show.
Thank you, Danny. Appreciate you. I will catch you guys all next time. Peace out, sauerkraut. Talk to you all later.
Hasta luego, muchachos.